2023 Aldebaran Park Bendigo Trotters Cup, run and won by Ultimate Stride and Chris Lang. Firstly, Chris, congratulations.
Thank you, Paul. Always good to win those sort of races.
I'm going to go as far as saying, what a win. That was a tough win. It was good. I don't know if it's as good as the horse has gone, but it looked to me as like a career-defining run anyway.
Yeah, I'm going to tell the owner that was the best he's ever gone, so we can all make our own minds up. I mean, he's a great horse. He's won Redwood Breeders' Crown, as a young horse before he had injury trouble, so he's always had a lot of ability. And since I've had him last year and a half or so, he's just had one issue after the other, and I think we've finally figured them out, so hopefully this is just the beginning again for him.
A little bit tongue-in-cheek, but you sat outside a horse called One Overall who has been going terrific and went enormous just then. A lot of horses, up-and-coming horses in that race, big reputations, but you did all the work and you continue to do all the work, and it just put his head out at the right time.
Yeah, like I say, there are not many horses with more ability. Like as a young horse, he was a standout. Like he's a stallion, so it's like us stallions, Paul. We're a bit temperamental, so we've got to get his head right as well as the rest of him, which we sort of seem to have done now. So, but he's just a very good horse, and he's not a pretender. He's the real deal, and it's difficult over those longer trips, but he's Kiwi bred, and that's sort of their wheelhouse, as they say. So it was a good race for him. He went away, and I knew I was in trouble. As soon as the, Harry Stamper got across in front of me, I didn't think I was going to ever have an easy run, but that's what we had to do tonight.
You say they're being a Kiwi, like the Kiwis running 1-2. What you said about the 27, they just eat it, don't they? They just love those trips.
They do. I mean, the Kiwis, I've sort of always had a lot of respect for the culture, the way that they look after their young horses and the way that they train them. It's not all about turn and burn. So I think they'd be congratulated, on the way that they can produce open-class horses. Lex Williams there, he was just named Breeder of the Year in New Zealand, and obviously they're both brothers, those two that ran first and second, so it's a great accolade for them, and it's just great to be a part of a horse like that.
It's good that Lex is here actually to witness him too, and be a very, very proud moment. You said there before that he's a stallion. I wouldn't have said that. Like I was watching Sonia was around there hosing him, took a couple of photos of him. Such a quiet horse.
Yeah, he's a great horse around the stable. Like he you will maybe not let your children handle him, but he is just the quietest animal. Like he doesn't make a big deal when the fillies are around or other boys or whatever. He's just the gentlest nature, and I've loved him since the first day I actually started handling him, and I'm just glad that he's showing his true self again. He's a horse that I would send a mare to. He's perfectly bred, got the French breed, sunned on and that in him, so I just think he's great, and if I ever get another brood mare, I'm tipping I wouldn't mind going to him.
Emilio and Mary, they've been enormously patient with him and starting to pay back for them too. Like now you must be wrapped with how they've been able to, I suppose, handle it. Are you going to allude to his issues, or are we going to keep them a little bit under your hat?
No, it's a sort of public record anyway, but yeah, Emilio and Mary, they've been very patient, not only with the horse but with me actually to get him here, but he had, I think he broke a pedal bone as a 3-year-old in New Zealand, so he had a lot of issues already then, but I think he got over them. But when he came to Australia, he got off the plane and he couldn't walk, I don't know how they let him fly, to tell you the truth, but so we've had ongoing problems from that, and then we had a quarter crack, which I think they're all fully resolved now. So like I say, I think it's the first time since I've had him that I would say that he's as close to 100% sound as we can get.
What do you do as far as management with those feet now? Do you target softer tracks? Is there something you're going to put in place to do it, or you'll just take each race as it comes?
No, I just have very good farriers now. That's all I got to do. So no, I don't think I've got to worry. I think it's fully resolved, so it's not an issue. Or I hope it's not. I don't believe it is. So we just take the races as they come, basically. I'm not sure what big races are coming up. I know there's a free-for-all next week, so we can take on the Sugars camp again next week, I think, So, and if he wins next week, we might see if we can book a flight for him to, Sweden with Just Believe or something, maybe.
I was waiting for something. That is for sure. So there is no plans with him. You've answered that part for me, and as he's walking back, I'm not sure whether you're going to just Johnny will be right with him there. So it will you won't tip him out. Now you'll continue to go target the end of the season, I would imagine, with a horse like this.
Yeah, I mean he's a 6-year-old stallion, so you don't want to be giving him too much time off. He's spent like the last 3 years of his life. He's probably spent half it off, So we're just glad to have him now in such good order, and we'll keep ticking him over. And like I say, I think we've worked each other out, and so we'll just keep on keeping on, take races as they come.
The Aldebaran Park, Bendigo Trotters Cup. I was going to say Murray Mile, but it's a name synonymous with trotting. So is the Lang name. You guys had a great association for a long time. Winning a race like this, it still must mean a lot to you, especially on the resurgence, if you like, of Chris Lang.
Yeah, so be it. But I mean, it's good. That's good competition out there. You don't win those races just by turning up. You've got to, do something special to win them. And he was a special effort tonight, and it gives you that warm, fuzzy feeling, and it's why we do what we do, I suppose.
Mate, love you winning races. Love the little bit of banter I get. I never know what I'm going to get from you. You did warn me. I never knew what I'd get either. But thank you very much for giving me a bit of time, mate. And congratulations on one, winning the race, but also getting his horse back. And hopefully, I'm not going to ask you, where he stats against some of those other trotters, because I think that's very unfair. But a bloke that's had many, many, many good trotters over the journey, the fact the way you're talking so glowingly of him is only good for our sport and can only be good towards the end of the year, mate. So congratulations.
Thank you very much.